Here we are in the Douro Valley. I've talked about it in virtually every video I've made on this channel, and now we're finally here. Today we are going to visit a small producer, one that maybe you've never heard of, but they make amazing wines. If we're lucky, we are going to get to taste a 50-year-old Tawny and maybe a 90-year white and a legendary 100-year-old Tawny port. We were lucky enough to have the opportunity to visit the renowned Quinta do Mourão, nestled in the heart of Portugal's Douro Valley. This historic estate is home to the talented winemaker Miguel Braga, who crafts exceptional port wines under the Sao Leonardo label and amazing table wines under the Revered label. Our experience began as we met Miguel, the mastermind behind these exquisite wines. Miguel's passion for winemaking is infectious, and he graciously led us on a tour of his estate, providing us with an insider's glimpse into the art of winemaking in the Douro Valley. As we looked across the vineyards, Miguel shared his family's history with Quinta do Mourão. He explained how the estate stretches all the way to the edge of the Douro River, the iconic heart of winemaking in this region. Our next stop took us to an aging cellar, a treasure trove of flavors and aromas, and something right out of a wine lover's dream. Surrounded by countless barrels, vats, and tones, we were introduced to a tasting experience like no other. Miguel surprised us with an extraordinary lineup of wines, showcasing Quinta do Mourão's legacy. We had the rare privilege of tasting, among other great wines, a 40-year-old white port, a 50-year-old Tawny port, and unbelievably a 1927 Colheita white port, and a 100-year-old Tawny. These wines are perfection and time in a glass, and they tell the stories of Miguel, his family, and those who have come before. It was truly an unforgettable moment, and I feel incredibly fortunate to have been a part of it. We sat down with Miguel to learn more about his winemaking philosophy and the legacy he carries forward. Miguel, how did you come into this property?
My car.
Okay. Easy trip.
Yeah, because Porto is too far to come by walking. No, my father bought these farms in 1972. My father is from Vila Nova de Gaia, so he breathed port since was born. But he sell property in the Alentejo and bought these farms in Douro Valley. So I was 10 when my father bought this. My first vindima working pick up grapes. I was 10, so I grew up here. In the end, this is my life. Since I can remember, it's my life. I'm working 100% here since 2005. My father died in 1999. During those years, I worked on part-time. Part here and part in my old job that was financial. I was a CFO in a company that makes fishing nets.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Completely different.
But that is the way of the family. First you have to see the world, eat some frogs, receive some no's, and then you can come with new ideas. And so it's like that. It was like that with my father, and I'm trying to make the same thing with my sons. And so I restart the business of my father, because in old days my father only make wine for the cellar, for the stock, or for sale to the big guys in Gaia. First, because it was forbidden until '86 to bottle directly from here, and second, that was the business. So we have to change a little bit. We start to bottle, we present to the market in 2003, the first dry wine, so what I call my dry port, still wine from 2001, vintage from 2000, and the 10, 20, 30 and 40 years old Tawny's. That was what we present the first time to the market. And so it was the journey until now. That was my journey. In the beginning, we start especially with the Portuguese market, but it was difficult years, very difficult years, and the Portuguese market was, they want to buy, they don't want to pay. That was a huge thing for us. So we start to try abroad. Our first real market was Switzerland, and is the same, my oldest customer, and is the same guy now. That is Hans, a good friend of mine, and then we start to spread to mostly word, mouth to mouth, or mouth to ear.
Yeah.
So that was my life in the last 20 years. More or less, it was like that.
What's the name of your port?
My port, we call it Sao Leonardo, because Sao Leonardo is a saint, of course, and he has a chapel in Galafura that is one of the most beautiful spots of landscape in Douro. And we had a farm on each side of Sao Leonardo. One was Quinta da Costa and another Quinta da Poesia. And the guys that lived there, they were called the caseiros, they were brothers. And they didn't have phones in those days. So they meet at Sao Leonardo because it was alpha way of each one. So they meet at Sao Leonardo to talk about it when they go hunting or they go to the church, whatever. So we say that Sao Leonardo joined together the family and friends and opening the talk. That's the story of Sao Leonardo. And then we have also a line that is Rio Bom, that is the still wine mostly. And now we use also Quinta do Mourão for the wines made only here in Quinta do Mourão. So the others are mixed with other farms that we have, but Quinta do Mourão is made only for grapes from here.
What makes the wines of Sao Leonardo unique?
Me.
There you go. That's the answer we wanted.
No, one thing that we have, and all the producers, bottlers has, we control all the process, from the grape to the glass. Everything is ours, so we control it. The only thing that we don't control is the bottle. We have to buy it, and the label, and the cork, and so on. But the stuff, the product, we control it. And we have good conditions here to age port. I think they speak from themselves. I think you taste it.
Yes.
So I think the most important is we control it. And we do it what we like. I like to show what I remember in Christmas, to pick up in the cellar, go to the table. That is what I want to put. That is the experience that I want to pass through. Normally we say that when the people come here, we don't say tastings, we say experience. Because tasting we can do it wherever. Yeah. So you have an experience. Come here and tasting directly from the bulk or the cask or whatever, or even with a bottle. Tastes different. That is what we want to pass through. I don't know. I think the people that come and go to other places can say better than me.
I can certainly attest to the fact that it is definitely much more of an experience here. I live in Porto. I've been to a lot of tastings in Gaia, in Porto, and it's a very unique opportunity to come here to see the vineyards, to do a tasting in the cellar. I mean, this is where the magic happens, and you're in the heart of it. And some of the wines we got to taste today are very rare, and the opportunity to taste those was just incredible. I mean, for me, and I think I can speak for my colleagues as well. How can people discover your wines for themselves? Like where can they find maybe tasting opportunity?
I can recommend one that is Lado for an experience and to learn about Douro and Douro wines and Douro from small producers and producers bottlers. So the guys that have from the grape to the glass, I think is the best experience of tasting that you have, is Lado Wines in Porto.
Can people come to visit you here?
Yeah, we normally do this experience by reserve. So we don't have nothing open. Nothing open. We don't have gates, so you can enter, no problem. But we don't have like a tourist thing. So you can reserve by sending us an email or a message or WhatsApp or whatever, and we say so you can do it at this day at this time and so on. But it's not nothing open, so we have to schedule to reserve because it's all, or me or my niece that makes the experience.
And can people set up those reservations in English?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course, no problem.
No problem.
In French, also.
Okay.
We can understand French, Spanish also.
So we've got Portuguese, English, French, Spanish.
Yeah.
All right, so that pretty much covers most of the tourists in this area. So if someone does come here, what should they expect?
Experience of a lifetime.
All right, I love these answers.
No, it depends because we can taste from the 10 to 100 years old. So it depends what the people want or the money they want to spend.
Yeah.
So the normal tasting are the 10 to 40, white and tawny.
Okay.
So you start to the 10 and you compare the 10 white with the 10 tawny, 20 white with the 20 tawny, and so on. So you can taste around 16 different wines.
Wow.
If you have stuff for that, you can taste it. So I think even tasting a wine with a 90 years old white or a 100 years old tawny, I think is an experience of a lifetime.
It is. Yeah, I can certainly attest to that.
Yeah. So it's this is what the people, and they talk with us. It's not a guide, it's us, or me, or Rita. That is my niece. She's working with us since 2019. And so it's the people of the house, it's the family that makes the experience.
So what would you like people to know about Quinta do Mourão and Sao Leonardo?
Is a family. The people has to know that this is a family. Even our wines are family. My sons, they say I treat better the Tonys than them. So they are part of my family. So this is the ambiance. It's a family, so you can breathe family. This is what we have to. We give what we have, nothing else.
So one of my interests is letting the U.S. market know more about port wine, and especially aged whites. So what would you tell someone who's maybe never had a very old white? How would you explain it to them?
I can explain my whites. First, they are rare. Not every house has all the range of whites in the market. It's very rare. And second, open your mind. Our whites are normally more sweet and more velvet than the tawnies. So the tawnies compared to our whites are more sharp. So what we're expecting when you put in your mouth, silk and velvet. So forget it about what you know about white and the acidity, then the shock of the white, forget it. It's smooth, very smooth. And so it's another world and it's completely crazy because it's wonderful wines. And they were forgotten for a long, long time. And mostly of the wines they are in the producers of Douro because there was no categories for all whites, and then the whites disappeared in the middle of the tonics, of the blends. Because after the 6 years, the Institute considered that was Tawny. Forget it, for white or red, it was Tawny.
Oh, okay.
So most of them disappear. So that's why it's rare. And is completely different from what we are used to the Tawnies. But they have the same. Can I say some words to
Of course.
old people?
Yes.
It's the same Menage à Trois in your mouth. Alcohol, sweet, and acidity. But the sweetness normally is more than the Tawnies. In the same age, is more on the Tawnies. Because the house keeps the sugar or the sweetness in the whites. Because it didn't have to work too much in the lagar, because we make exactly the same like we make the reds. We make all the fermentation with the skin. And we stop the fermentation with the skin, with the grapes inside. So I think the alcohol of the aguardiente, the brandy, is more ready since the beginning. It's more integrate in the port, and then so we keep it more in the whites, more sugar. So we stop first, then in the reds. The reds we're going to take out the color and so on. So that's why our white, when you look at and they say, this is white? Yes, because it's oxidated since the beginning. So it's not that white clean that you see and so on. No, it's white fermented with the grapes, with the skins, everything, stomp like a red, exactly the red. So I make vintage white. And then I put in the barrel and let them be a Tawny white. So it's what they can expect from the whites. But open your mind for the whites, because it's another world.
From the vineyards to the aging cellars, Quinta do Mourão's wines are a testament to Miguel's artistry, his family's work, his father's legacy, and the unique character of the Douro Valley. Miguel and his family welcome you to visit them and share in this experience yourself. Reservations are required, but can easily be done via email or telephone. The entire line of Sao Leonardo ports, including the very rare, very, very old ports, are available at the Quinta or at Lado Wines in Porto. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification button. We will see you on the next video here at Learn About Port Wine.